Hello guys, and welcome to this section 4 where we'll basically be taking you through an overview of using SAS for statistics and analysis or analytics works. So this section will have 5 main lectures on displaying and visualizing, summarizing your data, using some basic stats procedure, and then a bit on debugging, and finally wrapping up. Okay, so here on this first lecture, just a quick overview on how to display and summarize your data, some useful tips. Now, useful one is basically using SAS labels. We touched upon it during the Enterprise Guide session, where basically using the import on SAS Enterprise Guide, I showed you that you could change the labels of your variables. That's really useful to improve readability, because they can actually be quite long, so be quite descriptive, especially if you're running lots of variables. This will really be useful. Okay, they will be automatically printed when running certain SAS procedures, and they'll be stored on the metadata, so a useful trick to bear in mind. Okay, now another useful tip when it comes to displaying data is to use proc format prior to another procedure. Okay, so you can, in this particular example, you could say create a format for the store variable, so that rather than displaying the store code, you actually display then a text, so store number 1 or store number 2 or what have you. And the same thing for the quantity value. Rather than just having the quantity, you could just build a descriptive for each, say, basket, for example, saying it's a basket that has less than 2 to 5 or more than 5 elements. Okay, and when you actually print this, and if you specify the format you want to use, SAS will print out not the code and the quantity, but the actual values that you've specified. Okay. Finally, another useful tip or another useful trick is using proc tabulate. This is a really useful procedure, because it allows you to derive tabular reports with frequencies, percentages, descriptive stats. You can split your results per class variable. So really useful procedure, and we go through it in a bit more detail during the hands-on session. Okay, but it's really important that you are aware of it. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Just a few useful tips on using and displaying your data, and I'll see you in the next lecture.